Welcome to our community. Susie Thomas with you this morning. So happy to welcome Deborah Martin, CEO of Pregnancy Choices, and Candy Durbin, Director of Medical Services at Eva Women's Clinic. Well, good grief.
Good grief.
Never heard of Eva Women's Clinic before. And so this is going to be very interesting to find out why you're both here and what is happening. So first of all, good morning.
Good morning.
Deborah, let's start with you. Pregnancy Choices. Tell me a little history and what it's all about.
Pregnancy Choices has been around for over 35 years. It started off as a crisis pregnancy center back in 1984. And it had just kind of evolved from there. We expanded our services, expanded our locations. So a lot of things have happened over the 35 plus years. But we are there as basically for anybody who may walk in our doors pregnant, whether they're expecting it or not, but especially for the unexpected pregnancy. We are there for that person who may not be able to afford to go to a doctor, but they can come in and get all of our services, and they are free.
What kind of services are we talking about up to this point?
Okay, well, medically, we have pregnancy tests, ultrasounds, and an STD, STI women's health clinic. And we will continue to have that. But with our new Eva Women's Clinic, we are going to be able to do more better.
Okay, well, I love this. All right, well, let's start with where all you have been located, because up to now you've been doing everything everywhere.
Correct.
Yes?
Correct.
And where is everywhere?
We had one location. Our main location is in Canton on 22nd Street, Northwest, right off of Whipple Avenue. We also had a location in Maslin, which was on Tremont. We had another Canton location on Cleveland Avenue, right across from the post office. And we also have one right on the outskirts of Akron in Green on Arlington Road. So those were our major locations.
Of Pregnancy Choices.
Pregnancy Choices.
Then you have a larger footprint in Summit County. Why is that?
That is because back in July of this year, 2019, we actually had somebody who approached us about merging. So Akron Pregnancy Services, known as APS, they approached us about merging with us so that we can have an expanded footprint in Summit County also.
Well, people don't make these kinds of transformations without some reasoning. So I'm sure some folks are interested in why. Why are you, basically, what are you doing, and then why?
Well, I would say for one reason is because we're not in competition. Mm-hmm. We decided that we're all working for the same cause, so why not combine forces so that we can work better and do bigger and better things. Mm-hmm. So that was one of the reasons.
Okay, and what we're talking about is the grand opening coming up in about a month, January 6th. You'll be open for business, correct?
Correct.
And what is the name and what will you do?
Eva Women's Clinic. We are at what was the Cleveland Avenue location of Pregnancy Choices. We are going to be open Monday through Thursday and on 2 Saturdays a month. And we are taking all of our medical services that we have offered other places, and we are making that our medical location. So exclusively medical. We will be doing pregnancy tests, ultrasounds, STD testing, combined appointments, which is new. Mm-hmm. The idea of being able to walk in, not knowing if you're pregnant, and walk out with ultrasound pictures, all in the same appointment, is really exciting. And I think it's kind of a move we had to make for the way that the culture is today. We don't have time to wait. Mm-hmm. Weeks between appointments. And this way we're able to get someone all that they need. And then we'll also have 2 days a week, we will have the STD, STI clinic as we have had at the other locations, but we'll be able to do more expanded hours than we were able to do when we were all over the place.
So you have professional medical staff.
Absolutely.
All in one place. Yes. So they're not having to be on the road going from one building to the next.
Right.
This is starting to make a lot of sense.
Yes.
Okay. So then what happens at the 22nd Street location?
Well, that is going to become our corporate office as it always has been, but also our educational. So everything educational in Stark County will happen at that location. So our parenting classes, prenatal classes, a program we call Vital, which is designed to be there for infant mortality. Everything educational will come out of that office. So everything, again, in one place in Stark County.
You've also been really known for providing just things that you need when you've got a baby. So will that all still be available?
That will all be available. Every baby essential item that you probably think you might need or don't even know you need will probably be available there.
So why did you do this? There had to be some real thinking that went behind this.
Well, I will say there was a lot of praying that went behind this first. But we looked at what other centers were doing, because we looked at our numbers and realized, as Candy said, we are a microwave kind of society where we want everything happen at one time. We don't want to wait 2 weeks for an appointment. So we started investigating across the country to see what other centers like ours were doing. And we found this center out in Omaha, who had basically started this years ago, and they perfected it, and they've also been teaching other centers how to do it. So what they did was to divide their services like this into all medical in one place, and we looked at what they were doing, and their numbers started to just explode because of all the things that they were offering. So as we looked at that and started praying about it, we started looking at other centers, even not too far away, who were doing something similar. And we just kind of connected and started making connections. And from there said, you know what, let's pray about this. And as God led, he said, let's do this. So we are moving forward with full board approval. The staff is excited about it, which I am so excited about, because sometimes it's hard to get, people don't like change. And this is a major change for almost everybody at Pregnancy Choices. But we are excited about the possibilities.
One of the things that I think is really great about this, not only is it going to be fabulous for our clients, but I believe that this is going to make us much better stewards of our money, because we're not running all over and having everything, every location. We can do everything very well at one location. And so we'll spend less money that way for better services, really.
Plus, I'm thinking for the person who, and I love that you're referring to people who come to you now as patients, but for that person who is coming to you, tricky to remember what day are they doing what, when.
And where.
And where.
Right.
I know they're having a clinic.
Right.
Let me, you might go to the website or some social media posts or something like that to try and find out what's happening where, when. But explain that now is all changed, yes?
Yes. Monday through Thursday, the whole time that we're open, we're going to be doing pregnancy tests, STD testing on pregnant girls, and ultrasounds. And on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, which were our typical clinic days, but all over the place,
right,
we'll have longer hours than we had before of clinic there.
But I don't have to think, okay, it's ultrasound day today.
Right. It's always ultrasound day.
Every day is ultrasound day. Yes. So, okay, we've got a new slogan.
Every day.
Every day is ultrasound day. You will be closed Fridays.
Yes.
Why is that?
Well, we're...
To regroup.
Yeah,
we have a day off.
We have other things that need done, and we are offering 8 hours each of those other days.
Yes, and
2 Saturdays a week.
2 Saturdays a week or a month.
A month.
And,
2 Saturdays a week.
And some evening hours for people who can only make it in the evening. Right. When is that?
We did want to keep that available because that was one of our really nice features. Was if somebody had a job and needed our services, they could still come. So Thursdays will be our late day. We'll be open until 8 o'clock in the evening.
When you talk about expanded services, now I'm thinking pregnancy tests and ultrasounds, the STD, STI, breast exams, more? Are those the main things?
Those are the main things.
Those are the focus.
Yes.
I heard PAPs somewhere.
Yes, we do PAPs. We follow the guidelines, so if a woman needs a PAP, it's time for that. We do that too. We do not charge for anything.
Let's hold up again.
Okay.
Say that again.
We do not charge for anything.
Everything is free.
Everything is free. And if you come in for clinic and we find after your testing that you are positive for an STD or STI, we also can treat for free.
Right there.
Right there.
For
right then.
free.
Yes.
So the treatment as well.
Yes.
All right. I don't think we can say that too many times. But that's pretty amazing. Tell me what this all looks like then. What do you anticipate a day will look like in the life of Eva Women's Clinic?
Crazy, happy, busy. We're all super happy. As I said before, we're being good stewards of money this way.
Yes.
We are being great stewards of people this way, because another advantage of doing this the way we're doing it is people are gifted at different areas. And we have found that we have some of the best teaching people in the world, and we have some of the best advocacy people in the world. And I know we have some awesome medical people. And so now, instead of trying to do every job, people are able to focus on what they do best. Mm-hmm. So they're going to be happy.
Let's jump on that a little bit, because you've made some changes in job descriptions. What is amazing with this transformation is no one was outsized or downsized and moved out. No one lost a job. Everyone got either staying in their position or a new title, which was more along the lines of their area of giftedness. How did you do that? That's
God.
Wow.
I can only say God. When I came to Pregnancy Choices, one of my goals was to get people where they needed to be. Mm-hmm. That's what I felt like God told me. And over the year of getting to know the staff, I started to realize who fits where. Like you said, we didn't lose any employees, which I think is awesome. We did lose one of our locations, which is our Massillon location, but that was to streamline, because we did not want to just give Massillon clients subpar service. Mm-hmm. This way we are giving them more excellent service by bringing them into Canton. And I know some might say, you know what, that's a little bit too far away. It's just a little bit of driving, or if they need a bus pass, we can provide a bus pass for them. But we still will serve every Massillon client and outlying counties also, just at these two separate locations in Stark County.
So this is serving Stark County.
Yes.
If you live in Massillon or outskirts,
yes.
Do you serve outside of Stark County if they're willing to come to the clinic?
Anybody and everybody. They can come from Youngstown if they want to, but we will still serve them.
What happens right now? Because right now, between today and January 6th, that Cleveland Avenue location is being transformed. So what if someone needs you today? What do they do?
They will come to the 4500 22nd Street Northwest location, where everything is being provided, whether it is all the services Candy talked about. Everything is being provided at that location. We don't want to miss anybody during this transitional time.
And Summit County people, you have Arlington Road, or you have Akron Pregnancy Services. What is their area of focus?
Akron Pregnancy Services is still doing pregnancy tests and all of the classes, as well as the Arlington Road Pregnancy Choices location will continue to do the pregnancy tests and classes there also. So we're not leaving them out of the loop. But if for the medical part, if they are at this point willing to send them to Canton, they will get the services. And prayerfully, I'll just put this out there, prayerfully that at some point we will have the same EVA idea in Summit County also.
Ooh, okay.
So that's future goals.
Those wheels never stop turning, do they, Deborah?
They do not.
We are visiting with Deborah Martin and Candy Durbin, talking about pregnancy choices and now the new Eva Women's Clinic. We'll be back after these words. You're listening to Our Community.